Good morning and welcome. It's Tuesday the 19th of July. I am Flat Cap Callum. I'm hoping you are all very, very well. Alright, I'm reporting in from this morning's school run. I don't want to be that guy that keeps banging on about the weather, but my word, 30 degrees at 8:30 this morning. I took the kids to school. 30 degrees. That is not something you normally experience in England. It's more than toasty out there. Anywho, I'm back indoors. I bought a new fan the other day. It's pretty good. It's no air conditioning, but it'll do. All right, what have we got today? We've got a half stake day. I'm just focusing on the three obvious handicaps in Ballinrobe. There's three decent field handicaps at Ballinrobe, so I'm just going to centre on there. I've not found anything else to muck about with today, so that is where we're going. And what I'll do when I get to it, I'll explain to you what the bet is, but I'll also explain to you what a much more mathematically savvy bet is to do than what I'm putting out to you. So I'm not playing the maths today. I will explain to you what you could do if you wanted to, which would make a better bet on paper. So as far as yesterday goes, we struck out. So we had 10 on, got 0 back. So what was it? Check my pulse. So first, so unlucky. A jockey unseated going around a bend and fell into our jockey and knocked him off. So that wasn't a good start. Kotai class couldn't quite make up, I don't think, for the draw. It was stuck out on the wing. Then the 410 was a bit disappointing, to be honest. It was a real bunch finish, and the fact Pockley came last didn't do it justice. If you watch the race, it got snatched up a little bit. So I may well give it another go next time. We'll have a look. And then Rip's Dream, it never looked happy. It was up with the pace, but its head was hanging the whole way. It was out wide, so it finished about midfield. So all in all, not good. And then in the Win Trixie, the first two struck out, and then the last leg won, but it didn't really matter. So that was it for yesterday. Hopefully we'll have some better fortune today. So what have we got? This is it. I'll explain it to you because I've added a bit of complication in here. What I would say is, on paper, the 7 o'clock and the 7:30 are better from a betting structure point of view. But personally, I like the 5:30 in terms of horses that I think I've got a bit of value in the price. So the 5:30 is kind of, I'm putting my colours to the mast really, but the 7 o'clock and the 7:30 are the better two races in terms of race structure. They've all got a similar amount of runners. So what I would flag, the top two, Sky, are 6 places, and the bottom one, Sky, are 5. Most bookies are 5 across the board, so quite straightforward. If you've got Sky, the extra 6th place could be helpful the way I've done the bet. So put it on with Sky if you can. If you can't, then pretty much any bookmaker's fine. Just make sure they are paying 5 places on all these races. So I'll talk you through what I've done, and I'll tell you what more of a sensible option could be if you wanted to do that instead or as well as. So the 5:30, I've gone with 3. So I've gone past the first 7 in the market, which probably not the best idea in a race like that, but that's what I've chosen to do. That's where I think the value is. So I'm going Flyway Maggie 14s, Ballinrobe Gale 10s, and Ashcar 22s. Regular viewers will know Ashcar is a regular on this channel. It's still yet to make the frame for us on the channel. What I would say about that horse, it's handicapped to run really well. Do I think today is the day it's going to run really well? Hand on heart, I'm not quite sure it is, because I'm pretty convinced that horse is being laid out and will run its best at Galway. I didn't want to leave it out because it's a decent price. It's got a decent handicap mark. It's capable of running into the frame, 100%. But I'm pretty sure it's being left to run well at Galway. If you look back in the history of that horse, they always aim to run it well at Galway. There has been one year where it ran pretty well on the last prep run before Galway, so we'll see how we go. So I didn't want to leave it out because I've been following that horse. And unless it wins by a street today, 100% I'll be backing it again at Galway. So just a flag. Then we've got 7 o'clock Ballinrobe, Dalilio 13-2, the Holmeister 10-1, and then this White Quarry Rose. Just as I was placing the bet for the channel, got caught in a bit of a tumble down. So this is solid 25s, 22s really. last night. Went to put the bet on and it just was getting absolutely hammered. So for one part of the bet I got 12s. By the time I'd done the second part of the bet is 10s. It will be even shorter now. You still might be able to get though a single on if you wanted to on Bet365 at 25 to 1. Literally the point before I did the video, you could still get 25s on Bet365, but it was 15 to 2 in places. My expectation is that's the type of price that will bounce back up a little bit. So if you do it with Sky Bet, probably best to take SP, because if it's gone into now 8 to 1, 7 to 1 sort of territory, I can't believe it's going to go off like that at the off. So I think it will bounce back. So sometimes you see these big plunges in the market where the horses drop, but they tend to bounce, and I think that's a bouncer. And then the 7:30, I've just gone 1. So this is making the bet risky because I'm going 1 in the last leg. So the 7:30, Carla Martin 11 to 2. So first up here, we've got 9 cross 24p each way doubles on the first 2 races only. So I'm doing cross doubles on the first 2 6 horses, that is. So that works out as 9 times 24p each way doubles. I'm then doing the trebles on the whole lot. So if you're doing this online, put all 6 in your bet slip, do the 9 cross 24p each way doubles, then reuse selections and add in Carla Martina, and then you'll get 9 trebles. That's the way I've done it. So I'm stacking a lot on Carla Martina here for kind of big money, unless we manage to get lucky and get 2 winners there. I've then got here 2 50p each way singles, 1 on Delilio and 1 on Carla Martina. It's a short price, but basically if the rest of the bet's gone to buggery, I want to at least have something to cheer on in the last race. And then I've got a 40p each way single on Ashkar, which is one of my favourites I'm following. So hopefully that makes sense. So doubles on the first 2 races, trebles when you add in Carla Martina, and then we've got singles on Carla Martina, Delillo and Ashkar. That is what I'm done. So if you wanted a much more sensible, mathematically better way of doing this bet, you literally would pick 2 in each race. And you could easily just simple it. You could go 2 in each race and go 4th and 5th favourites in a race structure like this. So you could just ignore form, ignore everything else, just go 4th and 5th favourites. And what that leaves you with, if you do 2, 2 and 2, is 4 trebles and 8 doubles. And my view is that that's the optimum way of 3 handicaps like that. If you've got 3 and nothing else, that's what you're focusing on. To do it as 2, 2 and 2, that leaves you with 12 bets basically if you didn't do singles. So 4 trebles and 8 doubles. And there's lots of different variations of way you do it. That's the way I believe is the optimum way. And then you could, if you wanted to do, if you know those of you like doing lots of bets, you could do a few series of that. So rather than put everything you like in a bet and make it more complicated, like I've done 3s and 1s, the sensible thing would be to go 2, 2 and 2. That is how I would do it. But for the channel bet, I've gone with my value hunting, and that's what I've come up with. So yeah, ignored the first 7 in the market there. Done that fairly sensibly, I think, mathematically, and then only to go 1 on that last leg is a bit risky. That's what I've done now, and yeah, I'm happy with my selections. So there it is. Golf bet will be out tomorrow. I put in the review last night. There's a couple of prices that I think are likely to go. So after I've done my golf bets, I often go and have a look at Sporting Life and read Ben Coley's column. He's a very good, knowledgeable tipster on golf. And strike rate is pretty decent. So I always have a little look and compare notes, and this week he's definitely in the same ballpark as me. So some of the ones that he's picked are too short for me, but I think he's absolutely on the money. And some of the value ones will appear in my staking plan for this week. So the particular one that I was flagging yesterday was Oliver Farr. You can get 5 places, Bet365 on 200 to 1. This is for the Kazoo Classic, or 175 to 1 Sky Bet 6 places. They're the best 2 places. I would be surprised if you get to before the tournament and those prices have held, but we'll see. It is also a particularly good week, particularly I think so in the Kazoo Classic for lucky 15 bets. So the moment the plan is I'm going to have a lucky 15 and an each way Trixie, as well as a few singles across the tournaments. So I'm expecting it to be a £12 golf bet tomorrow. All right, I'll leave it there. Enjoy your races this evening. Stay cool wherever you are, and I'll be back in the morning. Looks like a nice day tomorrow. Actually, there's a few bits going on, as well as we'll have the golf video. And yeah, I'm going to try and get the video out reasonably early. I think I'll see. All right, that is me. Thanks very much. Enjoy yourselves today. Bye bye.